let's look at another area we can enhance in our point animation. Without bringing back our controls, we'll just hit play to look at another area we may want to bring our attention to, and that's at this planted foot. In animation in general, when we have situations like this where a certain part of our character is not moving at all, and in this case, of course, with the planted foot, that might be a distraction. It might look as something that might be incorrect. And though we'd want this foot to be planted, okay, that's going to help us to even transition back to our idle pose of what we see here on frame 1. But what we don't want is for it to just stay still like this. And in reality, it would probably shift just slightly. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add a little bit of shift and notice the improvement that we get from adding that small fix. Now, showing our controls, we can select our foot control, and we'll just rotate this in the Y direction, just adding a small shift. So we'll go to the point where the character plants his right foot on frame 17, and we'll set a key to lock in this pose for the Y direction. Now, looking at the weight of this as the character moves in, let's say we go a few frames after, frame 20, and we'll just shift the foot out. Not much at all. And then we can right click and set another key. So what we get now when we hit play is a nice foot shift. Great. So notice now that looks much more natural and less distracting. Great. And then if you wanted to, from there you could even take the knee control and animate that to improve this. So we can press Shift W once it's selected to set a key, and also go to frame 20 and just have the knee roll out just a little bit more. Alright, great. So if we were to hide our curves and look at this, you can see now that looks so much better than it did before. Great. And then bringing back the character to its idle pose, it still looks pretty natural. Wonderful. Okay, so from here we could just make sure that we do have keys on frames on our last frame, 31. So we'll select both objects and press Shift W and Shift D. Great. Well, again, that is our planted leg enhanced, or planted foot. So in the next lesson, we'll look at another area to further enhance to complete this animation.